What's up, guys? Metro Drive, episode 32. Wow, this visual is going to be something fierce. Now, we'll do it like this. You want to hold that, Mama? Thanks. So, today's topic, I'm driving, and of course, it's Michigan, and the cold weather's here. We got about 2 months before the roads freeze, and they started construction, because that's how we do things. Why would we do it when the weather's nice? So
your face is like half cut off.
My face, well, tilt it up, Mama. Tilt it up. You got jokes. You're literally holding the camera,
keep
telling me what's wrong with the angle.
Just continue.
It's the message, not the blinders on. Okay, blinders on, throttle down. If I'm driving down the road and I decide to look to the side into a camera or out a window or at my gorgeous wife or whoever, I'm not focused on the road anymore. Or I might be looking at another car. You're eventually going to veer off of where you're trying to go. Conversely, if all I do is focus on where I'm trying to go, the obstacles ahead, the track ahead, that's how you're going to get there. You hear this all the time. People say don't focus on what other people do, and that's all they do. That's all they do. Like, we don't, my competition, when I compete, I used to do this, and it used to just debilitate me as a competitor. I used to look at my competitors. I tell our team, we got like a squad going out to Michigan Open. They start looking up their competitors on Facebook. I'm like, don't do it. Just don't do it. Is it going to change your game? If anything, you're going to try to counter what they're doing, which isn't what you're really good at. And it's like, you've got an A game. Play your A game. And if your A game beats his A game, you win. That's how that works. If I've got an A game, well, you translate it to business or personal, whatever. Whatever my A game is, wherever I want to be, that's what I'm going to do regardless of what my competitors are doing, regardless of what somebody else is doing. Or if let's say I want to, I want to be a Jiu-Jitsu instructor, okay? And I see somebody else is doing really, really well at like stockbroking or something. I'm not going to drop what I want to do and get distracted just because of a tempting paycheck or something as a stockbroker. I don't even know if they pay well. I'm just using that as an analogy. But the point is, blinders on and focused on where you're going ahead. So many people, I've got some friends, I feel like every 5 weeks, I'm getting an invite to a new page because they've changed industries. And I do it because I want to support them, but I'm like, how many different industries are you trying to get, dip your feet into? And I think that doesn't happen enough. So wherever you're trying, you need to, and I've said this before, guys, it's in the back. I'm just breaking all the rules here. If you're in Redford, you do not want to be driving around me. I got this book. I keep this green book with me. It's filled with ink and paper of stuff that I write down. Write down where you want to go. Write down what you want to do. Write down when it wants to be done by, and then work backwards from there. Let's say, hypothetically, I want to have, as of right now, 5 kids by the time I'm, 35. I'm hoping. My wife's holding her breath right here. So maybe I want 3 more kids. I got 5 years to do that, what have you. Work backwards from that timeline. I want to make X amount of dollars. What are you making now? What's the difference? What steps are you going to take? If you can say, hey, I've got big dreams, and you're not writing a plan of action every step along the way about how to get there, that's absolutely a dream. But if you write it down and add steps, I'm going to do point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through to obtaining that, then that's a that's a roadmap. That's a plan. As things come up, and they surely will, then you can adjust and pivot. But lack of focus. I always think of that. I've only seen the first one, John Wick. It's like he's like the Banff of the Hollywood world right now, and he's a man of extreme focus. Something very little about. So focus on whatever it is. If you're into dance, focus on dance. If you're into school, you want to be a student and go to med school or grad school, focus on that heavily. If you want to be a businessman, focus on that. They don't get enough credit. If your focus is to just be the best stay-at-home mother you can, okay? Well, second best, because we got number 1 right here. Focus on that. Don't get distracted. Don't let other people try to deter you into, you could do something else. No, focus on that. Don't focus on what other people do. Don't even bring them into the conversation. Metro Jiu-Jitsu, Coach David. We also got some guys. We got some new swag. I probably don't rock it because I don't have the body that Coach Mo does. But sublimated hoodies, we got a full get up. You could start looking like I don't even know what. But check us out if you wanna buy some of those. Also, if you wanna train jiu-jitsu, hit the learn. Well, there won't be a learn more button on this, but check out our website and start our free 30-day trial. As always, we are on Eureka next to Planet Fitness, and I will see you on the mats.